Okie dokie. Well, look, I know for us Aussies and Kiwis, it's actually the 2nd of May, but for our global team, today is the first day of May. It's the first day of our 30-day run with our May promo, which of course we've been extended the $1. Hey, Lee, how are you? Gorgeous. Great to have you on as well. So today, rather than do a presentation, what I wanted to do is basically reconnect you all to the system, because one of the things that, the biggest regret that you're going to have with this is, what could I have done to be faster? And, making sure that you can be efficient as possible in business. And, collectively, our leadership team probably has, 100 years of business experience between Chris, myself, Kerry, Jeff. And so one of the things that we know as business owners is focusing on the most income producing activities, but it's also about plugging into the system. And a system saves yourself time, energy, and money. So the question that I would ask each and every one of you, and please, share in the chat, and once I post this into the Facebook group, you can share it there too, is what's the number one biggest thing, your handbrake, that's holding you back, slowing you down, causing inefficiency or frustration right now? Because once we can iron that out for you and create a system for you, it just allows you and everybody to go faster. And we're also after your feedback. If there's something that, you're finding, man, if I had this, or if I didn't have that, that could help me. And again, as a leadership group, we can actually create that for you. So for example, on the call last night, we had one of our amazing team members said, look, the group chat's great because you can ask lots of questions, but it's also really overwhelming and I can lose the important announcements. Could we have another chat that's just for announcements that no one else can, ask questions? Well, we've literally created that this morning. We're just in the process of getting that set up. And then, at some stage in the next couple of hours, we'll be able to share that link with the rest of the team. And so, it's little things like that. It's you guys giving us feedback because look, we're humans. We're not perfect. We're just figuring this out. We're just a few steps ahead of you guys, or, in my case, 8 years ahead. But it's all about test and measure. We're all about continuous and never-ending improvement. And if you've got an opportunity for improvement, if you've got an OFI, then we want to hear about it, because, we don't know what you need unless you communicate that to us. The second thing is the biggest thing that I've realized has been missing in our team. And again, we've had a lot of people join really, really quickly, is plugging into the tools that we have available. When we plug into the tools and the resources, everybody can go faster. And one thing that we haven't probably promoted as much as we should have, and I take full responsibility and apologize for that, is this incredible tool we have called Rapid Funnel. Now, inside of our Facebook group, we do actually have some rapid funnel training, and there's, so if you literally go into our Facebook group and search rapid funnel, you'll be able to see that. But I thought today I'll just actually take you through a little training, because if you look at Shush and his team, they're one of the fastest, apart from our team, they're the other fastest growing team right now. And one thing that I love to do as a leader is, every morning I wake up and say, how can I be better? How can we go faster? How can we make this, more simple, easier, and more fun for our team? And I've been having some chats throughout the night with Shush, and he basically showed me what they're doing. They don't do any presentations. They just literally have everything recorded, and here's the system. Just follow the system. And it's funny, with my 30 years background in business, everything comes back to the system. And, I won't swear on this call, but my standard response was, follow the effing system, and then everything just works. It's human error that typically gets in the way. So the app, Rapid Funnel. So the first thing that you all want to do is download this app called Rapid Funnel. Now, I'm just going to share my screen, and hopefully this is going to work so I can actually share my phone screen with you. It's funny how every time I go to share this, it decides it needs a new little plugin. So it's just downloading that. Okay, there we go. So, Jeff, I can see your face. Can you see my phone screen? Yep, amazing. Thank you, Dylan. Okay, so welcome to my crazy phone. There's a lot of notifications. Don't mind the nearly 69,000 unread emails. Don't email me. I probably won't respond. Not a good way to get a hold of me right now. But down the bottom here, you can see that there's not the bottom WhatsApp, but above that, there's a little app called Rapid Funnel. That is our CRM tool. That is the tool that is going to help you build your business right from your phone, literally in pockets of time. So if you haven't already downloaded that, you want to download that app. Now, when you download the app, it's going to ask you to set up a new account. So you actually need to set up an account with Rapid Funnel. So use the same email that you've used for your DreamTrips membership. You'll create a new password. You can create the same password if you like, but just know that Rapid Funnel is a third-party company. It's not owned by DreamTrips. It's a plugin that we use with DreamTrips. So you need to set up your free account with Rapid Funnel. This is included in your $30 a month IBO. And the code that you need to download it and to plug into the right Rapid Funnel is DTI. So stands for DreamTrips International, DTI. And once you have downloaded your Rapid Funnel, in the bottom right-hand corner here, you need to click more. And then you need to go up to this little gear where it says settings. And obviously you want to put your details in there. But the most important thing is you want to scroll down here to where it says web alias. And this web alias, you can see mine's KickAss Kylie. That's whatever you set up as your username with DreamTrips. And that's then going to connect your Rapid Funnel to DreamTrips. So when you share your link, people can literally sign up from Rapid Funnel because it links straight to your DreamTrips account. So that's the number one most important thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that you fill out that web alias. Otherwise, it's not going to be connected. Now, if you are techie and you're not sure and you need help, that's okay. We've got you. Basically, what you need to do is go back to your upline leader and we will help you find that web alias if you can't find it. Okay, so that's the first thing. And actually what I might do is just stop sharing for a moment and I will just actually log into my back office and then I will show you how you can actually find that code just to make it really super simple. So just in the chat, let me know, how's that landing for you so far? Who's got Rapid Funnel? Who hasn't got Rapid Funnel? And do you have any questions so far? I'm going to try and make this as super simple as we possibly can. I'm just logging into the test account, guys. So Jeffrey, you've got it. Fantastic. Good job. All righty. So I'm going to now share my screen with you. Oops. Okay. So I've logged into my test account here. Now, if I go here, oops, sorry, I'm just opening up a little Zoom window. Just shrink that out. So if up the top right-hand corner here, that hopefully you've got your picture in there. So if we click on that and then go to settings, this is actually going to show you your username here. So in this case, the username is OTA Preview. So that is the username. Your website, dreamtripsintl.com/, that is your username. So mine's KickAss Kylie. This example test account is OTA Preview, and then you'll have your version of that. So that's the first most important thing that you need to do. So Jeff, if you want to play along, unless you're on Zoom on your phone, if you do want to go to your app store or Google Play, if you're not on an iPhone, and download that app, you can totally do that while we go. Otherwise, by all means, you can do that afterwards. Okay, so let me just go back to my little phone now. Okay, so I'm back in Rapid Funnel. So once you have edited your web alias, you want to click Save up in that top right-hand corner, and now that's set up. So the next thing that you want to do is I'm just going to click up the top left-hand corner here. There's a little home screen. I'm going to click on that. Now, inside here, you can see you can add contacts. So if I click on my contacts, you'll see I've uploaded a whole bunch of people into here. So let me show you how you can add your contacts. So basically down the bottom corner, the bottom middle of the screen here, it says, it's got a little blue circle with a person and a plus. So I'm going to click on that, and you can see I can manually add in one contact, or up in the top right-hand corner, I can import it. Now you can also use the wizard. The wizard, you must import at least 5 contacts at a time. So that's really easy to do. But if you just want to quickly add one person, if you click import in the top right-hand corner, this is then going to connect you with all of the contacts that you have in your phone. Now, just for now, I'm not actually going to add someone in there, but I added a contact in there this morning. So Majiba is one of my coaching clients. She's based in the US. She actually commented on one of my Facebook posts about travel and said, oh my goodness, I can't wait to go back to Greece. So immediately I jumped into a private message with her on Messenger, asked her, hey, how are you? How's the kids? How's the business? Hey, thanks for commenting on my post. I noticed you said you wanted to go to Greece. OMG, I loved my trip to Greece last year, and I'm actually putting together a 50th birthday trip 2 years from now. It's a yacht party sailing in the Greek islands. Would love for you to come and join me. Hey, would you be open to watching a quick video to check out our travel business? Of course, that wasn't the exact the message, but it was something like that. She's like, yeah, sure. I'd love to check it out. So what I then need to do, I've got this contact in here. I'm going to click on her name. Now, what I need to do now is send resources. So if I click send resources, you can see here there's company resources and there's personal resources. So typically you're going to use company resources. So I'm going to click on opportunity. I'm going to click on present, and there's a bunch of videos. Now we've got our full presentation here with Mark Smith. Mark Smith's the CEO of our company. No one is going to do a better presentation than Mark Smith. So that's a pretty good presentation to do. But before you send that to someone, tick the box. Now I can click this link here, which is going to then automatically send this to her in Messenger. But if you haven't actually watched this, you want to click play to just see exactly what it is that you're going to send. And you can see here, that's an automated webinar. So it's going to do the countdown and plug your person into the next webinar. Now, if I click join now, this is a good test to make sure that your account's set up correctly. This should link straight back into my DreamTrips membership account. Let's see, fingers crossed. We had a couple of little tech glitches going on in the last little 48 hours. I don't know if it's taking some time to load. Anyway, let's just come back to that. That was the test one anyway. So you've also got your $1 promo video. That is a 5-minute video. That's a really great one to send to. Now you can see at the moment I've got both of those ticked. So if I now click on this one to share the link, you'll see it's automatically going to give me a preview, DTI with Mark Smith, and it's got some links. Now, personally, I wouldn't send the message like that. I'd actually want to edit that message and personalize it. So let's cancel that. Let's now go share the opportunity, presentation. We're just going to do a 1-minute video, share the link. And obviously I'm not going to do this because I've already sent this to her, but then it's got her name, the link, I've included the link above. Now, normally what I do is I've already left a message. Hey, Majiba, I'm just going to pop the link below. So just give me a moment and I'll send it through. So I've already put my personalized message above. So then that message is fine to go. And then I'm literally just going to click on my messenger down the bottom and I'm going to type in her name and she will come up. Now, if I actually press her name there, which is just here, then that will automatically press send. So I'm not going to do that obviously, but that shows you how to do that. Now, I want to just come out of that for a moment. Whoops, no, I'll go back into her. Now, if I have a look at the activity log here, if I click activity log, you can see here that I actually sent her the video this morning, but she has not yet watched the video. She hasn't clicked the video. I've sent it to her, but she hasn't watched it. So it's really important that you follow up through your app to see where someone's at. If we look at Julie, for example, and we look at her activity log, and you can see it says she's a red hot lead. Julie's actually already joined. But if you have a look at this, look at all this activity. I've sent her the link. She's clicked the link. She watched 32% of the video. Sent the link, clicked the link. She's watched 100% of the video. So I can see exactly what activity she's done because everything is tracked and measured. How amazing is that? Now, the other thing that I want to show you is how you can actually add your own resources. So I had one person in my team yesterday say, I'd like to send my own little intro video. I said, great, you can do that. So down the bottom where it says resources, see at the top, it's got company and it's got personal. You can click personal and then you've got this little add new button. So then you can give your resource a title. So I'm just going to put test training. And then it's automatically when you send this message, if it's an email, it's going to be the subject. So the name. So we've got Jeff on. So it would say, Jeff, here is the info. So it might be, here is the training info. Or here is a quick message from me or something like that. And then underneath, this is what's going to automate. It's going to put their name in the link and then you can edit this. So it might be something like, I'm so excited. So excited to share. My fingers. I'm watching the wrong screen. Share this with you or something like that. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to insert a URL. So just for a moment, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Now let's go to my YouTube channel. So my YouTube channel is youtube.com/@KickAssKylie. I'll see if I can share that in the chat. Sometimes Zoom doesn't like me sharing links. Oh no, it worked. Brilliant. So now let me share my computer screen with you. So we did our DreamTrips presentation last night. It's already been uploaded. So if I click on that presentation, I'll just press pause so it doesn't play on you. So that is our most current presentation that we did yesterday. So then I can say here, share, and I can copy this link, right? So that's the link that I now want to add into the resources. So if I now go back to sharing my phone screen with you, hopefully you're not getting too confused here and you're following along. Okay, so now in here, I can paste this link. That's the link I've just taken from YouTube. And then I have a category. So this is obviously a full presentation. So you could put it under travel or whatever it is that you wanted to do. So if I just pop it under travel, and the other thing that I want to do is I want to give it a title, which in this case, I've done test training. So I could call, and this is what you're going to send to people. So this might be DreamTrips presentation. And then you could put the date. So it was yesterday, or you might put like $1 promo, or you might want to put with KickAss Kylie, whatever it is that you feel that resonates with you. So I'm going to click done here. And then I'm literally going to click save. So now, does anyone remember what I put that under? Did I put it under travel? Oh my goodness, I can't even remember. Remember where you put it. Dun, dun, dun. I called it the $1 presentation, didn't I? Here we go. See, I've added so many things in here. I know I've actually... Kylie,
I think you put it under personal.
Thank you. Yep, there it is. Thanks for saving me. All right, so DreamTrips $1 promo. That there is the video that I've just popped in there. So what I'm going to do, can I actually... Sorry, my dogs are saying hello. I'm actually just going to add in Jeff. I'll pop you in here. So I'm just going to add a new contact. So let me just show you. I'm going to click this plus down the bottom. So plus, I'm going to go Jeff Ross. I'm not going to put his details in here, even though I could. I'm just going to click save because I'm just going to send this through to him on Messenger. Now, do I want to schedule a follow-up? Yes, I do want to schedule a follow-up. I can put some follow-up notes in here, and I can also add a date and to connect a certain time and date in my calendar. I'm just going to cancel out of that because obviously I don't need to follow up with Jeff because he's already one of the top leaders in our team, but it is really great to put that in there so it reminds you to follow up with your people. So now I'm inside of Jeff's contact. I'm going to click send resources. Now you can see up the top, that's company. I'm going to select personal. Now I'm going to click personal, and this is the one that I've just added in here. So now I'm going to click this little share button. Now, if I'd actually imported Jeff's real contact from my phone, I would actually have his email and I'd have his phone number. So I could have actually emailed or texted him straight through from the app. In this case, I've only got his name, which means it's going to give me a link that I can then share. So I'm going to share that little link. It's going to come up. And remember, we set that preview. So Jeff, the link, and some gobbledygook. So I'm now just going to send this through on Messenger. I'm going to open up Jeff and Jeffrey Ross. I'm not going to edit it. I'm just going to press send. Now, the other thing that you can do is you can send it to yourself first and then edit the message and then send it to your person. Just don't click on the link, because otherwise when you click your activity log, it's going to show that you've actually, that your person's clicked on the link, but it wasn't really, it was just that you did that. So you can see here, I've sent that to Jeff at 10:24. Now Jeff's going to be amazing and play along with me. And I know, look at the smile on his face. He's already onto it, our tech king. Jeff's now going to click on that link and we're going to see his contact's going to change. So let me just refresh my little screen. And look, there is sometimes a slight delay, but if I now click on this activity log, and you can see there, Jeff has already clicked on that link. Now, as Jeff actually watches that video, I will also know how far through that video he actually got. So it's a really great way for you to be able to track and measure everything. So you've now learned how to set up your app by going into your settings up the top here and making sure that you've got that web alias set up. I've then gone down the bottom right-hand corner, up here. I've shown you how you can add a contact by pressing that blue little button. You've got your import and you've got your wizard. Guys, just have a play with it. You know, set yourself up, send yourself a message. Find a person that you can use as a test person. So Vanessa in our team, we were doing training with her. She set up her rapid funnel. I said, look, who's someone who, if you know, you had 3 flat tires, you could call at 1 o'clock in the morning and they're going to come and rescue you. Well, that would be my sister. Okay, let's put your sister in. Send her the message and say, hey, I've just started a brand new business in travel. I'm so excited. I'm using you as my guinea pig to send a test video, and then send her the link. Well, guess what? We used her just as a training, and her sister actually joined up like an hour later. So it's a really good strategy, people. So then the last thing that I want to share with you is what is available in this app for training and resources. So down the bottom, you can see it says coaching. We have our very own DreamTrips University. This is where you've got a whole heap of training. I'm actually in a mastermind with Mark Smith and a couple of our top leaders. We're about to flood this with a whole heap more training, which is so excited. But for now, getting started training. So you can click on that and look at this. There's a getting started training with Mark Smith. Like, out of all the people in the world, if you could be trained by anyone, being trained by our CEO, that would be pretty cool, right? Now, you can also go down the bottom here and we've got rapid funnel training. So if we click on here, and you'll see here, I haven't done much rapid funnel training. I've actually been using rapid funnel for a long time. So I haven't actually done this, but you can literally work through all of this training, which is absolutely incredible. And I can see that I'm 10% through the first video. Yay, go me. But it's really good for you to be able to get the rapid funnel training from the best people in the industry. So let me just show you how I found that once again. So basically, if I click the home button down the bottom, you've got the little university cap where it says coaching. You're going to click on that. And then you've got all sorts of training in there. So guys, that's what I wanted to share with you this morning. Really, at the end of the day, for you to go faster in this business, it's plugging into the system, which you are by being on this call. It's also learning how to do this using the tools. So plugging into the system and really sharing links and inviting people to the community. That is the fastest way that you can do this. And in the words of Shush, who is one of our very top leaders at the moment, don't try and explain this to people. The less you say, the more money you make. Point your people to the tools. Don't try to explain it yourself. You've got the options through our Rapid Funnel app of having the most successful person in this company being Mark Smith do the presentation for your people rather than you who's been in 5 minutes, or inviting them into the community and having me to present to your people who I've been doing this now for 8 years. And I think I've gotten reasonably good at it, and let me help you support so that you actually earn while you learn. So guys, before I open it up for questions and answers, I just want to give our two leaders on the call the opportunity if there's anything else that you'd like to share. So Chris and Jeff, I don't mind in any particular order. Jeff wants to go first. So Jeff, if there's anything real quick that you'd like to add on to that, that'd be great.
Thank you. First, but it's all good. I will.
And I know I was talking your language because you're usually the tech king. You're our Rapid Funnel expert. So sorry, I kind of stole your thunder today.
Nah, it's all good. I love it how you're stepping up in that space. Cool. So for those who are listening, and if you're new to this, just keep it simple. Don't overwhelm yourself with all the tech and all the stuff that's there. Just keep it really simple. Learn from my experience. I've been there, done that. It doesn't work. You're just going to get paralyzed by overanalysis. So that's all I have to say. Over to you, Chris.
Yeah, guys, Kylie's 100% right. The other thing is as you get going, you've been doing it for a while, because we've been doing it over 12 months, you sometimes forget where you're at with people. And you just, I've spoken to them like 10 times, go, oh shit, where was I at last time I spoke? It's a great thing to go back. It's also great if you're forgetting somebody. So sometimes I go plugging along and I go, oh, I needed to get back to that person. I've given them 3/4 of the information, but I don't know where they're at. So I'm going to hit back on Rapid Funnel and get back in contact with them. The other thing is you can be sitting waiting for something for 10 or 15 minutes, and you can send out 5 or 6 new messages to new people, or 5 or 6 ones to existing ones, because sometimes people sit on the fence. So send them out a little bit more information to jolt it, see how it's going. And the other one with uploading some of your own material, you might be able to do a little bit of an update of where you've traveled at the moment. Oh, the team's going crazy. It's been a fantastic $1 promo. We've got a lot of new members in, and just send it out that simple. And at least that way they can monitor where you're traveling, and that might be the difference of somebody wanting to find out a bit more information. But it's a great tool. It's good because when we did the second launch, we already had half our people in that Rapid Funnel already, so you didn't have to look all their details and replug it all in. It was all there. So I think it's a great tool, and it's something we should be using a lot more of. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Jeff. And look, Chris is the least techie person on the planet that I know. So if Chris can figure this out and love Rapid Funnel, I promise you can too. But like anything, the first time you do it, it feels a bit weird. It's a bit awkward. You're not sure. Like imagine, go back to when you're a kid and the first time you rode a bike. Like it was a bit bumpy. It was a bit bruisey. You're a bit all over the shop. But eventually you got it, and, then you can ride a bike for the rest of your life. Well, it's the same with this app. So jump on. Pick the person that you know that you can send anything to, and they're still going to love you. Practice on them, and then start using this. This is going to help you go way faster. And look, I know Lee, who was on at the beginning of this call, she's super busy. She's the operations manager for the entire online farmers store for New Zealand. So she has no time. So how she does this is she'd set herself a daily KPI in her 10-minute break at work for her morning tea break. While she waits for her coffee the kettle to boil to make her coffee, she literally sends out 10 messages through Rapid Funnel. Now, guys, we want to help support you to build as fast as we can. And one of the things that I've learned as a leader is if we're doing 2 one-hour presentations a day, that's 2 hours out of our day that we're not supporting you guys in 3-way messages and recruiting conversations. So we have so many great presentations available now through our Rapid Funnel app and on my YouTube channel. So we will still do some live presentations each week, but what we want to do is get you guys up to speed. In the pre-launch, none of us did presentations. We were the fastest growing team in DreamTrips because all we did was plug people in our Rapid Funnel app. When I did a training on this prior to COVID, when we first got Rapid Funnel, my training was how to build your business in 5 minutes a day while you're sitting on the loo doing a number 2. I know that that's disgusting, but seriously, for people who have no time, you can take your phone to the loo while you're doing a number 2, and you can literally send out 5 messages in 5 minutes. Like, that is how simple this business is. You don't need to have lots of time. You just need to work the system and let the system work for you. And that's what we call leverage. And yes, as Jeff says, the fortune is in the follow-up. So, if I look at all of the contacts in my phone, yesterday I was able to just quickly go through and go, oh, that person hasn't joined, send them a quick follow-up. That person hasn't joined, send them a quick follow-up. And then the other side of it is, oh, they've joined. Oh, I completely forgot about that person. I've got to follow up with that person. So it is a really great tool for that. And the other one last thing that I just wanted to show you guys, and thank you, Chris, for reminding me of this, is when you do speak with your contacts, you can also, you can pop little notes in here. So let's just say Jeff, who we've just done that test with. What I can do is see how it says notes. I can add notes in here, add new note, and I can say, spoke to on Zoom, and then needs to talk to Sarah, for example, right? So obviously that way, because I'm like Chris, like I've got craft disease, can't remember a freaking thing, that mum brain, premenopausal brain. Like I speak to so many people, I lose track as well. So it's really great because then you can go back and you can actually check on those notes. So that's really good. Now, the other thing, you can see here, you've got labels. So under details, you can actually also press edit. You can change their country. So if I go edit, now I can say they're a cold lead, they're an engaged contact, they've already enrolled in the business. They're basically, I'm in follow-up, or they've joined the product. So they've joined just as a customer, but you can also add your own. So that's really cool as well for you to be able to customize this app as well. And then that basically adds a label or a tag to your person. And then you've also got tasks here. So you can add a follow-up task. So what is it that I need to do with Jeff? I said that I was going to follow up with him at this time. And then you can pop in what it was you were going to do. And then you can pop in the date and time. And then you can add it to your calendar. So guys, this tool is so powerful to help you get organized, to help you be efficient, but most importantly, to help you build this faster in pockets of your time. And this tool is all about leverage, achieving more by doing less. I absolutely love Rapid Funnel. It has been a lifesaver for me, and I hope you love it as much as we do. And I'm excited as we get more tools to actually be able to make it even better as we go. Now, I am going to open up to questions and answers. I do have Jeff has asked he'd like to share one more thing. So Jeff, I'll hand back over to you and then we'll do a live Q&A.
Yeah, just really focus on that follow-up. Like my last 3 weeks, majority of the people that I've put in have all been through continued conversations and following up. Like my KPI, now I'm doing this full time. So my KPI is to have at least 30 conversations a day. Now, 30 days, it's the compound effect, right? So people are starting to come in faster because I'm building on 30 conversations a day. And Rapid Funnels is a brilliant tool to be able to help me to manage that by giving the reminders to make sure that I'm following up. Now, each person, that I've brought in would have had at least 20 points of contact, like a follow-up here's a point, a Facebook post is a point, so it takes around about 20 points of contact to really get people across the line. So yeah, really utilize this tool and leverage it as best as you can.
And look, I'm going to agree and disagree with what Jeff just said. Not everybody needs 20 points of contact. Some might need 1, some might need 100. Some will say yes straight away. Some, like Jeff, will take 8 years before he says yes. And so it's everybody's different. So that's the other side of it, is it depends on the relationship you have with that person. It depends on what attraction marketing that you're doing. Like, you know, everybody who follows me on Facebook, they know I've been doing this for 8 years. I haven't jumped companies and done all the things. I've done one thing, and that's been DreamTrips, and I've been loud and proud for 8 years. So when I do a social media post and use our attraction marketing system, don't try and compare yourself with me, because I've been like working on this and building this up for such a long time. So if you're brand new, like Jeff was at the beginning of the year, it's going to take longer. But here's the thing, people are watching you. So all of those people that Jeff reached out to at the beginning of the year, they were watching because they're like, oh yeah, we'll see what this is about. Like they're testing you. The timing might not be right for them at that point, but now they've seen that Jeff's been on a dream trip. They've seen he's continuing to talk about it 18 months later. He's being recognized. He was in the top 10 global recruiters. Like he was number 7 in the world last week. And so all of that on social media is social proof. And now when Jeff then does a post to say, hey, you can join for $1, and then he does his follow-ups, that's why he was able to build so quickly in this last 3 weeks, because of that foundation that he'd laid in the last 18 months. So you all have the opportunity to run really fast over May and compress timeframes and build this way faster than we did over the last 18 months since pre-launch, because we have this incredible promotion. But on the flip side, don't be disappointed if your people don't say yes straight away, because one, they're watching you. They're going to follow you to make sure that you're all in. And, you know, 18 months ago, Jeff had just started. And whilst Jeff was like, I'm all in, this is amazing, this is the deal, and he had amazing posture, you know, he also had a lot of growing to do over the 18 months as well. And now people look at Jeff and go, you're a completely different person to who you were 18 months ago. Like, wow, like you're amazing. Like, yep, I'm in. So you've got the skills you've got to learn. You've got to grow as a person, as a leader, because people follow leaders and people buy you before they buy what you do. So that's also a big part of this. Now, Sophie's got a question. She says, I need to reach out to a potential, but would like help on how to start. So excited to be able to help you with that question. But real quick, just before I do, just on the social media side of things, like Jeff and I are really big on social media. That's how we do this business. And I love attraction marketing because people then come to you for information. Then we can pop them into our rapid funnel app, flip them off a link, and everything is tracked and measured. Now, I've just done a couple of social graphics for you literally this morning. So I'm just going to share those. This is in our DreamTrips relaunch Facebook page. I am actually going to rename that today because it's not a relaunch anymore, because we're now officially launched. But if you actually, I'll just click back to the page here. So if you're not in this Facebook group, please ask to join this Facebook group. I'll pop the link here. It's basically DreamTrips 10K Club. So if you click on guides here, and then we have fast start guides. So welcome to our dream team. When you join a new person, there's a new member welcome message that you can literally copy and paste. Here's your fast start training, how to access your $500, log into your back office and sign someone up, how to get your $1 link, the customer support details. Then we've got our fast start training. Here's your rapid funnel training, copies of presentations and recordings from our big announcements. And here's our social media system, how to do your announcement post. If you haven't done that, do your big announcement post. If you click on this, there's literally hyperlinks that take you to some really great examples where you can basically copy and tweak those to yourself. There's even scripts on what to say and how to message people when they reach out to you. You go, no, someone wants information. What do I do now? Well, we've got a system for that. And then we've just created these brand new guides, which of course has disappeared. Let me just find those. I thought I'd reordered it. So let me just go social graphics. If in doubt, search inside of the Facebook group. So let me go social graphics. I hope I did press save. Here we go. So these are 3 brand new graphics that I've shared. So time to explore. Join today. Just $1 in May. Let's go. My colors are pink and teal, so that's why I love pink and teal. Here's another one. Get paid to travel. Let's go. Launch online today, just $1. So if you're more comfortable with promoting the business side, that would be a great post for you. If you prefer to share the travel side, then share this one, and you don't even have to talk about the business. And then for those of you who've been in for a little bit and you already shared the other graphic of join today for just $1, I've done another version of that in the similar colors, promo extended for May, join for $1 today. So those graphics, you can literally save those, and then you can use those to create your own posts on social media. And I've also teamed up with Hadiatu, who is one of the other top leaders. She shared on the big announcement call yesterday. She is a social media queen. Her and I are basically going to be building up a whole bank of social media graphics and posts that you'll be able to share as well. So also really excited to be able to bring those to the team. And when it comes to these things, it's called case theory, copy and share everything. So, but the big thing is make sure you put your links in there, don't copy our links, and make sure you tweak the language to your words, because, you know, I'm pretty out there, I'm excited, I'm over the top. That may not be your personality. So take the context of the message, but then tweak the words so you're speaking your language. All right. So beautiful Sophie. So excited. So superstar Sophie has a question. I need to reach out to a potential, but I would like some help to start, please. So Sophie, if you would like to unmute, share where you're at with your person, and then I'll give you some step-by-step coaching. And thank you for volunteering to be an example.
There we go. Sorry, I had to find how to unmute.
That's all right.
Thank you very much for helping out. So I have been reaching out to a few people via social media. I have a lot of friends or acquaintances on social media. A lot of them do travel, and I have just been reaching out, sending the $1 promo, you know, just saying things like, hey, I can see that you're traveling at the moment. I think you'd really, you know, benefit from this travel club, sending them the $1 promo, and sort of trying to make it slightly personal in a sense of, you know, reaching out based on the travel they're doing at the moment. And then just saying how, you know, it's got a great reward system. So if you're traveling anyway, you might as well be getting rewarded for it, and then just sending the video. But I'd like to, I haven't had anyone, I don't think I've had anyone reply to me, which I'm like, you know, cold messaging it's hard because there's a lot of rejection, or it feels like there's a lot of rejection. But I also am just wondering if that's the best way to go about it, or if there's a better way to do it, because I have a few, my husband's parents' friends travel lots. They're currently overseas at the moment. They're in Italy, I think. But they travel a lot and they love to go overseas, and I want to reach out to them. But I just don't want to.
Oh, Sophie, first of all, thank you for sharing. I'm so proud of you for one, being in action. And yes, there is absolutely a better way. You basically made the exact same rookie error that Jeff made 18 months ago. But the great news is we can help save you, not 18 months later, we can save you in like a week. So thank you for having the courage to share, because there's probably going to be lots of other people who are going to watch this training video and go, oh my gosh, that's me too. So first and foremost, are you open to having some coaching?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Awesome. I figured you were. That's why you put your hand up for help. And guys, for everybody watching, what Sophie's done is perfect. Like, she's taken some action. She hasn't gotten the results. And now she's tapped into our community and jumped on the call to get support from the right person who can help her. Right? So you don't want to ask your friend who's just joined, who also hasn't got any results, because that's probably not a good person to reach out to. But if you see someone in our leadership team, someone like Jeff, who's just been recognized as one of the top 7, you know, in the world, then, you know, that would be a good person to reach out to. And obviously that's what these calls are for. So first and foremost, cold prospecting, the way that you're doing, does not work short term. Short term, it's going to piss off your people and they're going to be going, what the heck are you doing? And, you know, but the good thing is we can save it. And as Jeff has found, he's now got a lot of those people who've joined in this promotion. So how can we do it better? So the first thing is that we actually need to get someone's permission before we send the link. And that's the biggest mistake that most people make. So I never just send links to people because it's actually spammy. And I know, Sophie, you have a beautiful heart, and the last thing in the world you would ever want to do is spam someone, but you've just made a rookie error. That's all. So we want to have a little conversation first before we send the link. So if I'm just going to pretend to be you for a moment, so, it might be a bit weird, me jumping into your body all of a sudden. And I know I don't look anything like you, but I would be doing something.
No, it's all good.
So who are the people who in Italy? Did you say it's your parents?
It's my mother and father-in-law's close friends, so best friends, basically. And they all sort of travel quite a bit. So
Got it. So obviously they're older than you, they're more experienced, they've been around, and you're probably a little bit nervous or anxious because you don't want to stuff it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got it. Amazing. So when you've got someone like that, I always lead with asking for help or asking for advice, because you look up to that person. Now, it would be different if you've got, for example, a little sister or someone who looks up to you and they're always asking you for help. That would be a completely different conversation than in this circumstance when it's someone that you're looking up to. Does that make sense? So
yeah,
first and foremost, we need to determine, are they, and sorry to kind of put it into these terms, but are they below your level? Are they at your level, or are they above your level? Because it's going to be three different kind of conversations depending on which category they fall into. So when they're at a higher level to you, one thing that everybody loves, it's one of our core human needs, we love to help and contribute to other people. So with somebody like that, we want to edify them. We've got to appease to their ego and make them feel important, that we're actually reaching up to them. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So in this case, what's the name of the person you'd be reaching out to?
Leanne.
Okay. So in this case, I would do something like, hey, Leanne, I'm really excited and nervous to reach out to you today. I know you guys travel a lot, and right now, oh my goodness, I'm looking at your photos on social media. Italy just looks amazing, and I so wish I was there with you. Well, I've just done a thing. I've joined a travel club and it's absolutely amazing. And I'd really love to share it with you because I'd love your feedback, because, this is something I've chosen to now do as a business. I'd love to be able to travel more and do amazing trips like you're doing, but obviously I don't have the same experience in travel as you. But I'm really excited to share this with others and, create this as a side income, and hopefully one day to build it to the point that I can actually do this full time. So that's where I'm really nervous to share it with you, but I would love if you can check it out for me to just give me some feedback as to, how do you think that I could share this with others? I'm really excited about building the business. And hey, if you think it's great, I would love for you to be a part of it as well. Now, can you see in that scenario, I've really edified them, and I'm asking them to help to check it out, to help me and to contribute to me. And straight away, they're now going to be open because you're not trying to sell it. Versus what you were doing with the other contact of, hey, I'm in this great travel club. It's amazing. You get this and you get this. And it's what we call, verbally diarrheaing, verbally vomiting all over our prospects, which we don't want to do. But hey, it's a mistake that all amateurs make. So it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine. So what I would also do, Sophie, is I would actually go back to all of those people that have ghosted you because you've sent the message, and I would actually apologize. So if you were one of the people that I reached out to, and I would say, hey, Sophie, listen, I am so sorry about my above message. I now realize that was so spammy and salesy. And look, I'm just so damn excited. I've just joined this travel club. I think it's amazing. And I've actually decided to do it as a business. And ultimately, this is what I'd like to do for the rest of my life. So unfortunately, you were one of my test people that I was learning from. And, I've now learned that I really shouldn't be just sending stuff out. I need to do this properly and have a conversation. So number one, will you please forgive me? Number two, can we still be friends? And number three, could you please check out the link and give me some feedback or something
Yeah.
like that? And then what that's going to do, one, they're probably going to laugh. They're going to reach out to you, or, if you're close enough to them, you could just pick up the phone and go, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I really fucked up with you, or whatever your language would be with that person. And one thing, when you own it and you, it's easier to beg for forgiveness and ask for permission in the first place. So you've gone and done it, which is great, but now we just have to own it and bring that back in so you don't have any weirdness with your friends. But for all of those people that you have reached out to, if we could go back, when did you join? A week ago? 2 weeks ago?
I don't even know.
That's okay. So if we could go back in time, let's go back 2 weeks in our little magical kick-ass time machine, and you've just joined and you're now really excited and you want to reach out to those people. This is how we would replay that. Oh my goodness, Jeff, how are you today? I just saw your post on social media with you and your wife celebrating. Oh my goodness, love seeing people celebrate life. And hey, I just wanted to check in. How are you? What are you celebrating? Like, how amazing. Now, I know that was Jeff's Facebook page, a post on his page this morning, but notice all I've done is I've engaged and started a conversation. I haven't mentioned anything about the travel club, because amateurs run in and verbally vomit all over their peeps. Pros take their time, and they know it's all about timing, because we've got to wait for permission before we share with our prospects. So I'm going to start a conversation, and Jeff might say something like, oh, wow, thanks, Kylie. Yes, we're just celebrating, Sarah's just been, nominated for the Telstra Business Awards for her massage business. And, we're just so proud, and, we're just celebrating. And then, you're just going to go, wow, that's amazing. Like, what am I doing? I'm just having a normal conversation, right? It's a heart-to-heart conversation. And then basically, when you ask someone else how they're going and what's going on in their life, there's this thing called the law of reciprocity. And typically they're then going to flip back and ask you what you're doing. And then you would say something like, oh my goodness, well, Jeff, I'm actually really glad that you asked, because I know that, you're amazing at business and doing online marketing. Well, I've actually just started a brand new online business in travel, and I'm really excited about it. I'm literally just started. I'm learning the ropes. But can I ask you, do you love travel? And would you be open? And that's a really important question. Would you be open to me sending you a really short little video that explains what it's all about? And you can see now I've had a conversation. I've waited for the right timing, and then I've asked for permission. And then 9 times out of 10, because you say, are you open? People don't want to be not open, because being closed is seen as a negative thing. By putting in that, are you open? Jeff is probably going to say, yeah, sure, send it across. So then you can send a video and be excited, because now you've got permission to send that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. That's a heaps better approach.
Does that help?
Yeah, 100%. I've taken notes as we've been talking. I've got a bit of work to do, a bit of backtracking to do.
This call's been recorded too, Dolan, so you can, watch back over this call. And I just really want to acknowledge you, Dolan, like, for one, being on the court and being in action, but 2, for putting up your hand and asking for the coaching that you need, because what I've just shared with you is going to help absolutely everybody. Is that your little one?
Yes, that's Ella. I was just about to mute.
I'll pick her up. Let us say hello. Hey, Ella. Oh my gosh, she's adorable.
Yeah, want to say hi?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, she's so sweet. Oh, hello, handsome. Who's this?
You guys say good day?
Oh, I love your shirt.
This is Archie and Ella.
You got to be in the
Archie and
camera.
Ella.
Front.
Hey, guys. Are you
Lovely to meet
excited
you.
to have some holidays with Mum? Are you hiding?
Yeah, brother.
Who is it? That's Kylie.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi. My puppies are saying hello as well. They're a bit excited too. And this is the beautiful thing about this is, guys, we can do it, with our kiddos. Here's Blazy. Blazy.
Yeah, puppy.
Here's the puppy.
There we go.
Isn't he
Look at the
cute?
Can't compete with that
No.
cuteness.
Kids
I
and animals, you can
know.
never compete with kids and animals. Oh, look, there's another little puppy.
Look at that cuteness.
So cute.
Kitty.
All right. Well, look, there you go. We've all lost it. We're all distracted now. Kids and animals. Happens every time. But Sophie, thank you for asking. I know that this training is going to be invaluable, not just for you, but for everybody. And, you know, when it comes to this business, it really is, there is a system, and that's what I've just shared with you today is the difference between an amateur and a pro. So re-listen to this recording.
Yeah.
And please let me know if I'm pretty sure we're connected on Facebook, but send me a message and let me know the response. And, you know, we're here to help and support you every step of the way.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Kylie.
You are most welcome. All right, team. Well, look, it's 2 minutes to the hour. So is there one like last super quick question? Otherwise, we'll wrap up for now and then we'll do our next team training call at 6 o'clock tonight. Was that valuable, everyone? Would love to hear in the chat if you got some value. What I might do, Jeff, if you'd like to, oh, you're already unmuted. What was your 20-second wrap up, Jeff, from that call? And I'm sorry you didn't get that coaching 18 months ago, by the way. I feel like a really bad leader now.
No, not at all. I've been your guinea pig the whole way. So look, yeah, quick 20-second wrap up is, you know, Kylie and I and the rest of the leaders, we've been doing this for 18 months. We've learned what to do and what not to do, right? So you can shorten your learning curve by really asking questions like Sophie just did, right? That was awesome coaching. And yes, I probably wish I had that 18 months ago, but would have I listened? Probably not. I may not have been ready for it.
Actually, now I kind of think of it, I'm pretty sure I did give you that coaching 18 months ago.
I just didn't listen.
And that's the other thing, guys, to be successful is you need to be coachable.
Coachable. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So I had to humble myself and become coachable. So just be like a sponge, play the game. Don't be a spectator. Get in the game and play it. The only way you're going to learn is by falling over, getting a few knocks and bruises, and then picking yourself up again and doing it again. And that's all I've done for the last 18 months. I just took me a little bit longer to get there. So don't take 18 months, get there in 18 days.
I love it. Thanks, Jeff. And one last thing before we wrap up the call is when your peeps come back to you with questions, Sophie, don't try and answer them yourself. So they're going to come back and have questions. So at that point, you have to say, that's a really great question. Like I said, I've just started. I'm just learning this. I don't know the answer to the question, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop you in a three-way chat with Kylie. Kylie has been part of this company for 8 years. She's one of the top global leaders. She works with the owner, and she's going to be able to answer any questions that you have. Now, what I've done is I've just done a thing called edification. And then when you pop them into a three-way chat, you're then going to introduce that person. Hey, this is Leanne. I've known Leanne for 10 years. Leanne and I have kids together. We go to the same play group. She lives next door. And, you know, currently she's a teacher, but she'd like to travel more and would love to be able to learn, you know, how to earn an extra income. But she's got a few questions, you know, Kylie, here's Leanne, for example, and or whoever you're putting them in a three-way chat with. Now, guys, I just also need to be really ruthless on this is you need to respect our time. Please do not put us in a chat with someone who hasn't watched the video. Don't put us in a chat with someone who is a dickhead. We have an anti-dickhead policy, right? We're here to help and support you, but if they're a negative person, like I'm going to get rid of them in 5 seconds because we don't want to build a business with them. We don't want to bring someone like that into our team. We certainly don't want to travel with them. So what we also ask is that you qualify your people and make sure they're worthy of our time and set them up that they've already watched the video so that we're not having to represent. And the other thing is make sure that you do edify the person that you're putting them in a chat with. And it doesn't have to be me that's in a chat. You can pop them in a chat with anyone. You know, it might be someone who's a business entrepreneur. You might want to put them in a chat with Chris, or it might be someone who loves horses. You know, you might want to put them in a chat with Kerry, or, you know, whoever it is. It could actually just be your upline or someone else that's your accountability buddy. It just has to be someone other than you who you know is going to be able to ask the question. The other thing is just check in with your other leader before you put them in a chat, just to make sure that they actually have the capacity, that was 2 words put together, the capacity and the availability to deal with your person in a timely manner. So for example, I know Chris is about to get on a cruise ship, so it's probably not a good time to put someone in a 3-way chat with Chris. I know Kerry just had an accident this morning and ended up in hospital and has her arm in a sling. Probably right now, not a great time to connect with Kerry. So it's also just checking in with your leaders to see that they are available. And otherwise, I might say, listen, I can't until 5 o'clock. Can you let your person know that? Or I can't right now, but I know Jeff's online. Pop them in a chat with Jeff, because we all do work together and we all do work as a team. Now, Nolsey, I can see you've got your hand up, beautiful lady. So I'll flip to you. Did you have a question as well, Dolan?
Question. It's something when you were talking about asking people what they do and how they actually come back to you, that I got a story where someone in our previous business was very, very good at it. And particularly with cold strangers, he would just comment on somebody's, oh, I like your hat, or I like your jacket, and start conversations with random strangers.
Stop for 2 seconds, Nolsey. That is the number one skill I teach people in network marketing. The number one thing, smile and compliment someone. It is the best way to start a conversation. And I literally do it when I'm out and about, ask my kids, I would do it 10 times in an hour. Walk past, oh my gosh, I love that shirt. That's beautiful. Oh my goodness, I love your hair. Like, you know, it's so easy to compliment someone. You make their day. You don't always then make the connection and start a conversation, but become a professional complimenter, but also from a place of love and being genuine. So yes, sorry, continue. I just wanted to really emphasize that that's part of the system and how freaking great that is. So
and
yeah,
then maybe, you know, introduce yourself and ask their name, because then again, that makes
absolutely.
just be friendly. Anyway, he was really good at that, and compliment them and they'll, you know, start a conversation. What do you do? You know, what do you do for a job? And they would tell him. And then he'd slide in another question that was absolutely brilliant. What would you rather be doing? And people open up. I'd rather be on holidays in the south of France. You know, or sometimes the answer might be, you know, I'd rather, you know, be finishing my job and retired.
Yeah.
So when they then came back to him and said, what do you do? His response was, I help people get to the south of France, or I help people retire early. And then they would say, what?
Absolutely.
How do you do that? Oh, well, would you mind if I, oh, absolutely, I've got that book.
They teach you that in this book. Absolutely. Questions are the answers. I love it. Yeah.
And then they'd say, well, how do you do that? Then he'd say, well, somebody shared something with me. Would it be okay if I then shared it with you? So that little second question was incredibly powerful.
I love that, Nolsey, and thank you for sharing that. We will do more training on that for sure. But guys, thank you. Like, really listen to what Nolsey shared, whether you're catching this live or watching the replay. You know, that is such powerful. It's networking 101. You know, it's connecting with people, and it starts with a smile and a compliment, then having a conversation and finding a connection point. That's what we call our heart-to-heart conversations. Another version of that, Nolsey, when, not that I ever run out of leads, but when I'm out and about, if I just decide, you know, sometimes you look at your phone and you just go, oh, you know, I've got no one, which is a lie, because I've always all got people. But sometimes you just need, you know, some fresh blood, some fresh conversations. And so I just go to a shopping center. And if I got really great customer service from someone, I do the same thing. If I met you, Nolsey, oh my goodness, darling, can I ask you your name? And say Nolsey, go, oh my gosh, I just want to say thank you for looking after me today. Like, oh my, like, you have just been incredible and given me the best customer service. Thank you. And of course, by this stage, because they never get positive feedback because it's retail and people usually shout at them, they're already taken back going, oh wow, like, thank you. That's amazing. I say, is this your business? Like, you must own the business, or are you the manager? And most times they'd laugh and go, no. I'm like, oh, really? I said, wow, I would absolutely love to have someone like you on my team. And then of course that's already piqued the interest, right? Really? What sort of a business do you have? I said, look, I just happen to run an online travel business, and we are always looking for great people. And then all of a sudden you see the look in their eyes, like, oh my gosh, yes, like that would be my dream job. And I said, but listen, you're at work right now, and I don't want to have this conversation with you while you're at work. I certainly wouldn't want to get you into trouble. Can I ask you a question? Are you on Facebook? So step one, become a professional complimenter, start that conversation. Step 2 is to become a professional Facebook friend getter. So we basically don't want to share the info straight away. We then want to get them on Facebook. So once they've connected, or if not, I'll say, look, just give me your mobile. I don't want to send you anything now. I don't want you to get in trouble with your boss. I'm in a rush. I've got to go, but I'll send you some information tomorrow. Is that okay? And they're always like, yes, absolutely. And then what I do is when I add them on Facebook, I then send them a private message straight away with a little sticker. I use a little bird sticker that says hi. And as soon as I walk away from the store, I actually send a quick voice message. So in this case, hey, Nalsi, it's Kylie here. I just wanted to once again say thank you so much for your great customer service today. I'm really excited to send some information. I'll send it through tomorrow as promised. But hey, if I happen to miss sending it back to you, please just send me a reminder because I do get lots of messages or something like that. Now, what that does is 2 things. I've already created that connection. I'm now making them responsible to follow up with me. And I've had that so many times. Our top leader, Lee in New Zealand, she must have messaged me 5 times one day. Send me the info, send me the info. You haven't sent me the info yet. I want to join. Like, it was hilarious. And then send the info because now they actually want it, which is really great. The other thing is if I'm out and about and I connect with them on Facebook, the other thing that I love to do is say, let me take a quick photo right now so that, we can remember how we met. And I'll do a quick selfie of both of us and I'll send that to them in a message. And then that's another way that they then look at that photo and they're going to remember, and I can remember how we also connected. So there's an amazing bonus training today, thanks to Nalsi. So thank you for that. Absolutely amazing. And just so excited that as a team, we can also all contribute to each other. So any other questions? I'm going to have to wrap it up anyway. All right, guys, we'll have an amazing day. We do have another training at 6 p.m. tonight. And yes, just absolutely love you guys. So make sure you have a practice with your rapid funnel and let's set a goal of sending out 10 messages today. All right, see you guys. Bye.